Dante. Out of ammo. Can the ladies come out to play?
For you, Rocket, anything. Be good.
It's always been a strange mix. Pitting Marvel's mightiest heroes versus Capcom's most famous and beloved characters is probably something gamers would never have expected pre-1999. Now having released their fourth game in the franchise, can fans expect more great things from Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, or is it going to need the Reality Stone to change its fate?
Hulk!
The most disappointing part of Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, and the thing many fans will notice right off the bat, is the surprising lack of characters in the roster. For one reason or another, there isn't any X-Men characters making an appearance. This means no Wolverine, no Magneto, and no Deadpool to play as. On top of that, some of the more unique characters like Amaterasu, Beautiful Joe, and Felicia aren't present either. This isn't to say the current roster is bad by any means, it just feels lackluster in comparison to previous iterations. It doesn't help that they also attempt to sell characters like Black Panther, Monster Hunter, and Venom as DLC. The only thing as jarring as the lack of characters is the rather strange character designs the game decided to go with. The older cel-shaded design from Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is gone. Replacing it is a more realistic take on characters, but unfortunately, this makes just about anyone that's a normal human look either creepy or downright ugly. Ultron Sigma, Iron Man, and any of the robotic characters look fine, but characters' faces look like they need a little bit more time and care put into it. Mix the weird looking graphics with the terrible dialogue, poor voice acting, and the uncomfortably long loading times, and you have a recipe for one of the most disappointing story modes in any fighting game, and they're usually never good to begin with. I get the idea of finding just about any reason to make heroes fight, and this game usually finds good footing for interactions, but for their first game with an actual story mode, they came up short. Using the Infinity Stones as a catalyst for the two universes merging is a great way to explain everything away, but with the little effort they clearly put into it, there's no way it could hold up to much better stories like DC's Injustice franchise. Thankfully, the fighting in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite holds up just as well as the previous games. Combos feel great to execute, characters feel like they are actually doing damage, and there's plenty of manipulating when it comes to controls. We had a lot of trouble getting into online matches, but once we were able to match up with players, it was rare to run into any lag or have any issues with connection. The visuals may be off with character designs, but the animations, attacks, and particle effects do present themselves well, and it makes for a visually stunning fighting game. There is some deviation when it comes to mechanics. Players now only choose between 2 characters instead of 3, which may be disappointing to some, but fights go much quicker and are more engaging knowing that you only have a limited amount of overall health in comparison to having 3 fighters. Players are now also able to choose between the 6 Infinity Stones and take one of them into battle with them. This adds an extra layer to combat. Equipped characters are now granted special attacks and stat boosts, whether it's a devastating ground pound with the Mind Stone or a quick dodge with the Time Stone. The combat already feels fast-paced and chaotic, so the addition of this extra mechanic complements the gameplay pretty well. I had a tough time with Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, not only because I struggle with fighting games in general, but because I couldn't agree with some of the strange design choices Capcom went with. Regardless, there are some pretty strong gameplay choices that were made. The combat feels fast and responsive, character animations look great, and those who dedicate time and effort into the game will get as much out of it as they put in. It's unfortunate that the fan base dropped off so quick from an overall solid game. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you want to see more reviews, please check out our channel, and also check back for more on Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.